Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back. This is Jdog and Jdog's DVD Dungeon. We're bringing you Jdog's horror movie watch list from this October. This will be part 3. Oh, there we go, part 3. I'm going to continue where I left off. Not going to waste much time jabbing. So, where do we go? We go to House. This is kind of a comedy horror movie. I always liked this movie as a kid. Ding dong, you're dead. Yeah, this has got William Catt, George Wendt from Cheers fame, Richard Mole from Night Court fame, and what's the girl's name? Kay Lenz. Yeah. Anyway, this movie's about a writer, like William Catt. He plays a writer. Anyway, writer named Roger Cobb, I guess. And yeah, he has his house. His son disappears at it. He inherits it. He goes and stays there. Yeah. He ends up a lot of weird paranormal activity going on. It's a fun movie. It's 80s cheese. I don't know, it doesn't really hold up that good, but it's something that I've watched this Halloween. So, yeah, if you like movies like this, check it out. Steve Miner directed it. He also did Friday the 13th Part 2 and that hideous piece of shit remake of Day of the Dead. So, anyway, that's House. Check it out. J-Dog likes it anyway. Yes. Next stuff we're going to get into, these are some of my favorites of all time. I watch these all the time. But this is George Romero and Stephen King bringing you Creepshow. This is an absolute classic. This is, like, they just bring the whole feel of the EC comics to the screen in this anthology. Like, Tom Savini, some of his better effects. Like, you got stories in this. Like, Father's Day at the beginning. Like, it's got Ed Harris in that. It's about the zombie coming back. Like, he was killed by his daughter, I think it was. Yeah, he was an old bootlegger, badass fellow. She comes back, visits his grave. He comes back, wreaks havoc in the house. That's a good one. I don't really want to give much away. Then you got your next one. It's got starring Stephen King. It's like as Jordy Farrell. A meteor comes down, breaks open. He touches it. Everything starts turning into green vegetation. Very entertaining. Check that one out. It's got like The Crate with Adrian Barbeau's in that one. What else? Something to Tide You Over with Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson from Cheers. And they got Leslie Nielsen, of course, great Canadian actor, like Naked Gun fame and stuff. But he used to do horror movies. Like, you can find him in stuff like Grizzly and like some old Girdler movies. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's perfect for Halloween. Check it out. You can find it cheap. It's old, but it's excellent. This is George Romero's Creepshow. And the next one I'm going to show, you got Creepshow 2. I know, I like this one too. You got, Romero had something to do with it, but this was directed by his longtime cameraman, Michael Groening. Yeah, he finally got a kick at the can, like a lot of the Romero alumni, like Savini getting to direct the Night of the Living Dead remake and stuff. Anyway, like the special effects in this one, these are, I think it's some of the first time that Nicotero actually got the headline, the effects. This has stories like Old Chief Woodenhead in it. That's a good one about the wooden Indian that comes back to life to get revenge. It's got The Raft. It's a classic story about these people that go swimming and like, I think it was late October or something, late September, out there on a raft, big blob comes along and traps them there, eats them up. It's got some sleazy aspects to that one. My least favorite one in here would be The Hitchhiker. It always annoyed me that black guy she keeps running over. Thanks for the ride, lady. It's like, piss off already and fucking go pass out somewhere, you bum. Anyway, what else is on here? Like, you got Tom Savini. He plays kind of the creep, I guess, in this. What are the other stories? I am forgetting. But anyway, this is Creepshow 2. It's awesome. I love it. This is a great copy to have. Check it out if you like EC comics, if you like anthologies, if you like the original Creepshow. Just stay away from Creepshow 3, please. Do it for me. Creepshow 2. Check it out. Yes, I'm going to stick with the Romero theme. My favorite director of all time. It's the only black and white one I've watched so far. I got lots of different versions of this. This is just the one I grabbed. This is just a cheapie. This is Romero's first film. This is the absolute classic that changed horror and made it into what it is today, which is kick-ass, by the way. But this is Night of the Living Dead. Anyway, you got, it's one of the first movies to have like a black hero, a black lead in it, so Romero's always pushing the envelope. I don't know, it's classic. I don't really know what else to say about it. You got the zombies coming back from the dead. You got the classic graveyard scene. You got Judith O'Day. It's like as the character of Barbara. You got Ben played. Why is his name slipping my mind right now? But anyway, it's good stuff. It's a classic tale of like how society breaks down and how people fight amongst each other instead of tackling the bigger problem. Romero says it the best. Night of the Living Dead. Classic. Watch it. And if you're going to watch that, well, may as well follow it up with the pinnacle of Romero zombie movies. This is my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, I got the Romero zombies all over my arm and stuff. Love it. This is Dawn of the Dead by George Romero. This is the one that Tom Savini kind of revolutionized the special effects in this. Even Roger and Ebert give it four stars, so you know it's good. Like a movie like this would never be able to be made nowadays. Like with the help they got from the National Guard, the use of the mall, they had a real biker gang like the Pagans out of Pennsylvania. There were just so many things that went right with this movie to make it into the classic that it is. It's got a comic book feel to it. Unknown actors, but that put in kick-ass roles like Ken Foree, I don't know, Scott Reiniger. You got Galen Ross. She did a good role. David M.G. It's one of the few things you've seen him in, unless you want to count like Basket Case 3, but when he played like the Moonhead dude. Anyway, Romero's Dawn of the Dead. It's older. The gore is awesome. The story's awesome. It's a total breakdown of society, like consumerism. It's got a lot of political undertone to it. Check it out. It's my favorite movie of all time, so if I like it, you're going to like it. And gotta watch this if you watch those. George Romero's Day of the Dead, the darkest day of horror the world has ever known. This kind of continues like a few years down the road from the zombie outbreak, like at night. Would have been when it first started. Dawn's not long after. Well, this is quite a few years after. This is following like a bunch of scientists and military. They're all underground in a missile silo bunker. They're trying to doing experiments, trying to figure out why this is happening, how you can stop it. You got classic characters like Dr. Frankenstein, played by Richard Liberty. Captain Rhodes, played by Joe Pilato. You got other, like all kinds of Romero alumni in here. Like you got a lot of the effects crew, like Nicotero, Tasso Savakis. They got roles in this as like the military dudes. You got John Amplis. The list goes on. But anyway, it's kind of a slow burner, this one as well. Like got a lot of dialogue, a lot of heated stuff going on. But the payoff is excellent. It's got some of the best zombie scenes that you'll ever see on film. The story's good. It's really dark. It's probably the darkest of all the Romero zombie films. Probably my second or third favorite film of all time. I love this. It's from 1985, which was a very good year for horror because you had like all kinds of goodies come out. Like Fright Night came out that year as well. So anyway, if you like zombie films, this is a dark one. This has got a lot of gore, violence. This is George Romero's Day of the Dead. Yeah, stay away from the Steve Miner Day of the Dead. Make sure you get this one. Yes. And I think I got time for one more, so I'm going to sneak in another Italian invasion. This is a witch story. This is one of the more artsy, more recognized, well-known Dario Argento movies. This is Suspiria. This is the 2-disc version, Blue Underground. Easy to find. Check it out. It's got a lot of good gore scenes in it. It's like really artsy. Like a lot of use of colors in the filming. The soundtrack is good. I think it's done by Goblin. It's got all kinds of good stuff in it. Like it's got Jessica Harper, young Jessica Harper in it. Yeah, it's like it takes place at a dance academy run by witches. Got all kinds of weird things happening, like maggots raining from the roof and stuff. I'm almost out of time, but if you like Italian movies, you like Argento, witches, just creepy atmospheric stuff, get Dario Argento's Suspiria. I will not steer you wrong. This is a classic. Absolute goddamn classic. But until part 4, stick around. Peace out.